Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about something that a lot of you guys have been requesting actually, and today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite Halloween or spooky books. Now, I actually since I did a lot of my reading quite a while ago, not super long ago, but I've lost a lot of my memories of a lot of books I've read, so I tried to stick with books I actually remember reading, and you'll notice that I've been taking a general trend towards graphic novels, so a lot of my stuff is more picture-y now because I really like pictures. So first up I wanted to show you guys this is more just some general recommendations. I have 2 Minute Mystery Collection, which is we got this at half price books or something. These are just fun to get a spooky mood going on. They're really fun. And I read a lot of Rotten Apple books as a kid, and they're not high class literature or anything, but they certainly are actually really fun, and they introduced me to a lot of fun concepts, and there's a lot of fun stuff you can find for inspiration, especially if you like to write a lot. I think they actually have a lot of really interesting ideas that you wouldn't expect, and they can be really cheap. You can find them book sales and stuff. So this isn't Mean Girls specifically, and I remember reading this and just really a lot of characters and stuff stuck with me. Very odd, but yeah, this is good for these little mysteries are good for setting atmospheres, and you can find that surprisingly a lot of cheaper books and stuff that aren't maybe the greatest quality or whatever, they can introduce you to some fun concepts that are just fun to think about. So yeah, I would recommend checking out those kinds of books. So that was a generic, those kinds of books are cool. So next up, we're getting more specific, into specific recommendations. So we have, I don't know if it's Sue or Suey in the shadow. I'm not exactly sure, but you can see the spelling there, and see you've got a girl in her shadow. This is a really fun graphic novel. I really loved this. It also dabbled in a concept that I was actually looking to write something about that I never got around to doing, unfortunately. Well, there's a couple attempts, but anyway, so this is a really fun book. It's this girl, she stumbles into a dark storage room, and she meets this shadow that is her shadow, and it talks and moves around and stuff, and there's these kids at school who are called zeros, who have no personality or whatever, and they have these dark circles around their eyes, and it's crazy, and all the other kids make fun of them, and it's really fun. And what do you call this character particularly? I don't know if you've ever seen the show Daria. My dad showed that to me a while ago, but her character really reminds me of her. I was like, whoa, she's very serious for I don't know how old she is. I think they're in elementary school though, so yeah, but this is a really fun graphic novel, and I loved it, and it's really spooky, and especially at the beginning it's super spooky. But I would definitely recommend checking it out. So this would probably not be a very good book about spooky books if we didn't include at least one Stephen King novel, and this is the only spooky Stephen King book that I've actually read so far. So we have Pet Sematary. I read this for a school project. I was allowed to pick whatever book I wanted, and I picked a Stephen King book because my dad really likes Stephen King, and I was really excited to read any Stephen King book I could. What do you call it? I'm currently in the middle, or I tried starting reading The Shining, but I don't know. But this book was really creepy to me, and I thought it would be cool to recommend, and also I feel like Stephen King is a requirement. It's funny, I have other books sort of higher on my list because this isn't particularly Halloween-y, and also as a child, I think this wasn't as this didn't make as big an impression on me as it would an adult, which normally it's the other way around, I find, in horror, where things are more so affect children, but I think this would be more effective if you were an adult or you had kids or something, because I think it focuses more on that. It did impact me, obviously, and I think it's a really creepy book, but I don't think it affected me as strongly as it would if I had a different viewpoint, on the world than I do, but I still found it really, really creepy, and I still think it's a really good read. It is like a lot of books I read are for kids, and this is not. This is like an adult book. It's a Stephen King book. So just once again, like I said, I know a lot of parents watch my channel, so just know what certain things are. Like, what do you call it? Before I recommended basically just a genre. That's up to your discretion. But Suey in the Shadow, good for kids, a little dark, but still good for younger people. But this is definitely more adult. But it's Stephen King. I feel like I don't have to warn you as much, like, thoroughly on that because it's Stephen King. Come on. And next up I have, this is more specifically Halloween. This is Beetle and the Hollow Bones. This was a really cool graphic novel that I found. And this is one of the prettiest graphic novels I've ever seen, and I think it's like currently my favorite. It's so colorful, it's so pretty, all the magic and stuff in it is like so fun. And honestly, if you guys want me to do just a video on cool graphic novels, I would love to, because I have like my whole shelf. Originally it was one shelf, now it's two shelves, but that I have that are all my books. Not all graphic novels, but all my books. And what do you call? Yeah, this is really good. Just please read it. It's so good. And it is like kid friendly, so read it. It's fun. But yeah, yeah, it's so good. Please read it. Like, it's so underrated, I think, honestly. Although I don't know. Anyway, so this is my final one. I found this in a bookstore in the kids section, and I was like saying to myself, why is this in the kids section? This is so terrifying, because I just sat there and I read the whole thing, and I had to track it down to buy it later. This is so good. This is Thornhill. So, this is so creepy. So if you've ever read, like, what was it? The book Hugo Cabret, I think it was. This is like a similar style to that. I can flip through the pages probably. There's some writing, but there's also pictures. I'm trying not to show you too much though, because yeah, but this is really spooky. Like I said, it is technically for kids, but it really scared me a lot, and I don't really want to give that much away, but like this person, they move in, and oh, I should have talked about Beetle and the Hollow Bones. Oh well, I'll talk about that in a minute. So Thornhill, like this kid, they move in next to this creepy old abandoned house, I think, and like there's like, I forget if they make dolls or stuff, and they find this diary from this girl who used to live next door in the creepy old house, and like she reads through it, and it's just basically the pictures are from the like girl who just moved in, and there's diary entries. That's the text that's in the book from the person who used to live next door. And this book is so creepy. Please read it though. It is really fun, and I really love it. So I wanted to talk more about Beetle and the Hollow Bones because I realized I just skimmed over it. It's a lot of magic and stuff. There's like a goblin lady, I forget her name, but she lives there, and her old friend comes in from like the city or whatever, and she's like really good at magic and stuff, and the goblin girl's not that great at magic, and it's really fun. Please read it. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, her old friend moves in, and it's so fun. Please read it. I cannot recommend that book enough. But anyway, so that's it for my recommendations. Like I said, I haven't read that many spooky books recently that I can like remember reading. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know, especially as it is Halloween time. Also, I wanted to bring up, since while we're on the subject of books, first of all, would you like to see more book-related content from me? We could talk about like graphic novels, manga, book recommendations. We could do a little book club if you wanted. Whatever. I just want to hear from you guys what you want to see. And also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I plan on doing NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, in November, and I want to know if you guys are planning on doing it too, and if you would like to hear about what I'm doing, because I think it's going to be fun. I did it last year. I did a book, I did a novel called the center of the universe, which was like about a bunch of kids who found the center of the universe. It was a really weird story, and it went everywhere because it's NaNoWriMo. Of course it was gonna go everywhere, but still, anyway, so yeah, this year I plan on doing something a little creepier, a little spookier, but it might end up just really silly because I like to write really silly things, and yeah, so I want to know if you guys want to see or hear anything from my NaNoWriMo project. Like, I can do sketches of characters and stuff if you want, and I would like to hear if you guys are doing NaNoWriMo as well, because I think it's really fun. It's something that's actually like a lot of fun to do. I don't know though, some people have more difficulty with it than other people, but yeah, so I'd like to hear about that though. So anyways, so I think that's it for this video. Let me know what you want to see in the future in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. You really didn't have to, but I appreciate it anyway. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.